Hello, and welcome to the fourth newsletter from the desk of the Foggy Author. If we haven't met before, my name is Brett Jackson, and I am the Foggy Author. I write books through the veil of brain fog. Hello, Foggies. In this week's My Writing Life, this week has gone way too fast. I've edited more chapters, and I'm now on the final stages of editing Time Clones 2. I've spent some time with authors on Discord, and I'm beginning to become a regular on the Discord writing sessions now, spending time discussing writing subjects and spurring each other on with motivation. These sessions are really helpful as an indie author. I've even had a chance to enjoy a day off this week. With my wife, we went to a local park and watched the deer. Ask the Author. In this week's Ask the Author, Kirstie sent in the following comment. I'd love to see if we can maybe see the contents of your bookcase. See what things make the Foggy Author tick. I saw in a zoomed in bit that you have a lot of Doctor Who DVDs, but what else is there? What makes the Foggy Author tick? First of all, I gotta say, I love the time-related pun. Now, let's get into what makes me, me. Hi, my name's Brett Jackson and I run British Books. I decided recently to do a rebrand to the Foggy Author. My business name is still British Books. This is the first £5 I ever made as a business, writing and realising my goal as a self-published author. Also on the top shelf of my bookshelves are this beautiful 1930s clock and the sun timer. The clock was bought from a local antique shop for just £15, and a sun timer was a Christmas gift from a member of family. Next are a couple of my small fake plants. I'm not a great gardener and everything I touch seems to die, so I decided I wanted to put fake plants in to give things a more natural note. Underneath the fake plants is a bunch of Star Wars books given to me by a very good friend. I also have some in hardback, and I'm slowly going through them. Here's my Alex Rider collection, and the totem you see on the left hand side along with the bundle is a copy of the artifact that Indiana Jones replaced with a bag of sand in the Temple of Doom. Next to it is a bundle of papers, a duplicate of Indiana Jones's father's diary, and all the clues that led him to find this artifact. Next, I have my Doctor Who DVD files. An odd thing to put in a bookcase, but since it's time travel related, I decided it deserved a place here, especially since these used to belong to my mum. In this section of my bookshelves is a bunch of bullet journals. I bought these quite cheaply at a local supermarket, and I intend to use them as part of my bullet journaling practice. Directly below my bullet journals you can see a shameless plug for my first time travel novel, Time Clones, Book 1. It's nothing more than a shameless plug, but it also looks great on my bookshelf. Also in this alcove you'll see the white 3D printed dragon and a skeleton toy from Minecraft, one of my favourite games. These are my resource books: How to Write a Damn Good Novel, Advanced English Language, the world building books from my author friend Angeline Trevina, Save the Cat Writes a Novel, a couple of books from Joanna Penn, the Writer's Idea book which gives you all sorts of different suggestions for your next book, the Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook. This is a fantastic resource. It helped me decide how my characters will get in and out of trouble. Always Take Notes is a fantastic book by the creators of the podcast by the same name. In this section you'll see that I've bunched some of my sci-fi books together. The small flower on the right is also a fake plant, but this one has special meaning to me. This flower was my father's favourite, and I had intended to give it to my mother for Christmas last year, Sadly, she didn't make it, so I keep it here as a reminder of both of them. In the next alcove you can see a bunch of different business oriented books. These give me ideas on how to build my business and move forward. Because of the height of the shelves, I find it difficult to actually fit folders, so I've decided to stick them on their sides. It works, and it makes for easier cataloguing of various things that I like to keep away. Further down my bookcase I have a miscellaneous section. You'll see there are strange books, including gardening books, speed cleaning, and a bunch of different writing magazines tucked in a pink folder. Next door is my Filofax section. As a Foggy author, I find it quite difficult to remember stuff, so I write it down. Over the past years, I've tried different apps, different programs, and downloaded so many I've lost count. I've also tried various other different paper versions. I've even tried creating my own using index cards. This particular section is home to my fountain pen collection. I'm quite a fan of Parker pens, Waterman, and I really love Lame's. I also have some custom pens. I have 2 dragon pens, one in green with the dragon scales and one in purple with a dragon's eye. My fountain pens get regular use, and I even have a couple of glass dip pens. In the next section of my bookcase, you'll see I have a bunch of different time travel books. I also have a Shots Almanac from 2008. You might wonder why I'd need that. I'm not going to give too much away, but just keep an eye out for Time Clones Book 3. This section is storage, and as it doesn't appear on my camera, it doesn't really need to be that tidy. Here I have more bullet journals, project planners, some writing and Linux magazines, a website coding book, and the purple box contains 2 beautiful glass ink writing implements. In this section I'm building an archive of bullet journals and planners I've already filled. This is the start of my manga collection. It also contains my study Bible. I am a Christian and this is important to me. Also, as a part of my writing room, I have a separate CD player and a stack of CDs. These days I tend to listen to music without lyrics, as it stops me from being distracted while I'm in the writing zone. You may be asking, why on earth do I have CDs and a CD player when we live in a digital world and you can just download stuff? There are several reasons. CDs are cheap, which is great because I can order a stack of them from any popular auction site. They don't contain any adverts, and I don't have to pay subscription charges. I can put a CD into the CD player, start a writing session, and by the time it's finished, I go for a break. Come back, stick another CD in, and start another session. Result. Thanks for asking this question. I loved answering it. If you'd like to ask the author a question about my life as an author, or anything about time travel or my books, please feel free to get in touch by leaving a comment underneath this video. Book of the Week. Doctor Who, the official guide. With exclusive content from Ncuti Gatwa's first outing as the 15th Doctor, discover more about the Time Lord who has been keeping the Earth safe for over 60 years. This brand new edition is the ultimate guide to all the Doctor's 15 incarnations, from William Hartnell to Tom Baker and including both of the David Tennant eras. You'll learn fascinating facts from all of space and time. Discover more about the Doctor's many helpful companions, fearsome foes, and of course the TARDIS who's been through it all. Learn the difference between regeneration and bigeneration, why you should never anger a meep, and always get Cherry Sunday a cup of tea. Copies of this book are available on Amazon, and I've added the link in the description. Featured article: How to remember characters without rereading the whole book. Have you ever found yourself halfway through a book wondering, wait, who is that again? You're not alone. Whether it's a twisty time travel novel or a dense fantasy saga, keeping track of characters can feel like juggling in a fog. But good news, there are simple ways to sharpen your memory without having to flip back 50 pages. Here are several easy tricks that actually work. 1. Make a quick cast list. As you read, jot down character names and a single defining detail. For example, Dr. Eric Mullins, the holographic professor who invented time travel. Zack, the main character who wants to find out why his father died. You don't need a spreadsheet. A sticky note, a page in your notebook, or even a screenshot on your phone will do the job. Here's a tip for all you foggies out there. Give your characters a nickname in your head. If you think of Eric Mullins as Hologram Guy, you'll remember him a lot faster. Number 2. Use a digital tool if you're into that. Apps like Bear, Notion, Obsidian, or even your Notes app can hold a little cheat sheet of characters. Some readers even create mind maps for complex stories, but keep it simple if that sounds overwhelming. Number 3. Pause and recap at the end of each chapter. Before you move on, take 30 seconds to ask yourself, who showed up? What did they do? What changed? Even a quick mental summary plants the characters deeper into your memory. Number 4. Associate characters with emotions or roles. The brain remembers emotion much better than detail, so instead of thinking, he's the guy with the scarf, try, he's the one who betrayed her. Roles and actions stick better than appearances. Number 5. Talk about the book, even if it's just to your cat, your dog, or your armadillo. Explaining a book even out loud to yourself boosts memory retention. Try summarizing what happened today in a voice message or journal entry. Bonus points if you confuse yourself with time travel explanations. Here's a final thought. You don't need a perfect memory to enjoy a book. These tricks aren't about turning your brain into a computer. They're about making reading feel smoother, less foggy, and a lot more fun. Books are written in ink, but remembered in emotions. And that's all for this week. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode of The Foggy Author, and I'll see you again in the future.